All right. Hey, everyone. Welcome to Victory Condition Gaming. My name is Doug. Today on the show, we're doing an actual play of Shattered Tower RPG, which is on Kickstarter right now. There's only a few hours left on the Kickstarter campaign, but I'm sure that they will have some sort of way to lay it back if it is something that you're interested in. If you enjoy this session at all, please check out the link in the description of this video, and you can order yourself some Shattered Tower. Joining me today on the show, got a couple special guests, and I've got the team behind, well, two of the team behind Shattered Tower, I should say, Max and Andrea. Guys, thank you so much for coming on and doing this session.
Thank you for hosting us. Of course, we're very happy to be here again.
Yeah, it was such a great time having you on the first time when we were just chatting. I'm excited to kind of see this system in action and get to play with some of my friends. Let me introduce everybody to the two other players that are going to play this with me. I'll start with the gentleman with the awesome hat. Underneath his headset. I'm gonna tell you right now that is just an incredible hat. I don't know where you got that hat, Ben. But Ben Higgins, Ben from Quarterstaff Games in Burlington, Vermont. I think it's Vermont's longest running game store in the state. Ben, thanks for coming on and doing this actual play with us.
Yeah, absolutely. As a store, we're always looking for new product, and seeing these cool new RPGs that are coming out everywhere is really a fantastic thing to be involved with. Yeah,
well, I appreciate you taking time out of your day to come on, and I know you're a busy guy and you got lots of stuff going on, so I appreciate you coming on.
Absolutely.
Then my other friend and my other guest that's going to play Shattered Tower with us is Michael. Michael, you don't have quite the snazzy hat on, so we're gonna have to fix that for you at some point here. And Michael, thanks for coming on. You did an actual play with us a couple days ago. And you kind of got cut short, unfortunately. So I'm glad that you could come back on and do this for this session.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I'm real excited. I was one of the early adopters here with Shattered Tower, so I've been anxiously awaiting its funding, and I'm real excited to be here to be playing this. So I'm ready to go.
Michael and I are going to start a Kickstarter addict group on Facebook, so be on the lookout for that.
12-step program. Yeah,
that's right. That's right.
I'm basically becoming an addict myself. It was the first time for me, and it's bad, very bad.
There's so many great projects, and RPG is just. I have like this it's just awesome. Whenever you see a really cool RPG, you just get like, okay, let's help these folks out because this looks like a cool premise.
Yeah, no, but everything is cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's outstanding. Every project that comes out is like, I should have it.
Yeah.
I guess I should have it. Yeah, it's like guitars for me. Every guitar that I see, I want to buy it.
Absolutely.
Fine RPGs. That's
So, just to give folks a rundown, that the Shattered Tower is actually a D6 system. We're going to be rolling D6s, and 6s are successes, and 1s are going to knock out any 6s that we have roll for successes. If our traits are above the difficulty level, we don't have to roll; we just automatically succeed. Just trying to think of what else I can kind of share with folks before we start diving in. I think that's
is at the base of the whole game. I mean, it's what the players are going to do. They are exploring. I mean, it's pretty common in RPGs to have exploration part of the game, but it's not always the main reason why the players are going to the player characters are going to go out into the wild and risk their lives. But in this game, it's discovery and exploration. The players are kind of you have to imagine as a player to go into a wild and unknown world that you want to know about. You kind of have to know about it. You want to know about the world, so to know about yourself. And that's the main reason why they're going out and fighting terrible monsters and risking their lives, and probably they're not coming back, at least not every one of them. And that's basically the
I like games where each step is, you know, you don't know what's going to happen, and it might be the end of your character. I like that. I like kind of those brutality, you know, that when your life is on the line in an RPG, you know, that really kind of pulls you in and makes things really intense. Speaking of which, we should probably tell folks what our PCs are before we start.
Yeah, the PCs that you're gonna play are 3 of the playable characters, 3 of the playable races. We call the races in the game folks, which is basically a setting motivated choice. And these are basically a magician, a ranged weapon fighter, and a scout and warrior, based half scout, half warrior character. They're pretty different. They got every one of them has got some particular power or trait or special ability that really makes them different from the others. And in this case, we got the white, which is the scout of the party, that has got smoke coming out, green smoke coming out of his skin, and he can convert the smoke in maybe a sort of a horse. And this, I mean, I'm talking, of course, of what he has achieved as a character of this level. And or he can just make his weapons more damaging with the smoke involved. And then we got the magician that can use his magic to manipulate the matter, and the 3 ways that 3 of the 4 ways that he can manipulate in the game, which they are the earth way, the air way, and the water way. And he can do some really cool stuff. Basically, everything that comes to the mind of the player can be done, of course, if it is reasonable. And having the game master choosing a difficulty score, a difficulty challenge for that magic use. We got some example that probably we're gonna see throughout the game. Then we got the Vargan. The Vargan is basically the race that part of the race that funded the Vanguard, and they are humans with the capability of using a steampunk technology that allows them to use some special weapons and some special armors, etc. So that's basically what the characters are.
Excellent.
Okay.
All right. Ben, you're going to be playing the you're playing the
Wayfarer.
The Wayfarer.
Yep, the magic user, druidic kind of character. Character's name is Carabast, and I will be manipulating the world around us, hopefully to help you guys out in your roles.
Nice. Exactly. And Michael, you are the Vargan.
Yeah, I'm Macon the Vargan, so I get to play with those cool steampunky type of weapons. Looks like I have a some sort of gas, like a flamethrower or something like that. So that ought to be fun to go fry some things with.
Absolutely.
Go barbecue.
And I am the white salty, and I am this, you know, I'm basically this ranger slash, you know, what's the guy what's the guy with the rippling muscles and the long hair? I forget what his name is.
Fabio.
Fabio. I'm basically Fabio with a bow is basically how I'm going to play this, I think. You know, with green smoke that's coming out, that's encompassing me, that you know, follows me around.
Yeah, it's sort of barbarian ranger kind
Yeah,
of.
I mean,
character.
I'm surprised. This illustration right here is pretty much spot on to how I look in those abs. You must have gotten a picture of me with my shirt off to get this ab definition right on point on this illustration here. No,
Seems fair.
no.
We're just opening the door for Photoshop opportunities, Doug.
Oh no. Okay. Well, it is what it is at this point, I guess.
Yeah, you gotta go with what you got.
You know, I'm pretty good with that. I could probably whip that up very quickly for you.
Okay.
Be a final stretch goal.
Okay, so I mean, just a few words on the setting. We are in a post-apocalyptic kind of environment where the few humans that are allowed to go into the wilderness and visit the world and discover things and play with monsters are a member of the Vanguard, which is an exploration guild that puts up some explorative squads and send them basically to death or to to discover some things, to explore some ruins, or some sectors as we call them in the game. So you basically are a member of the same squad that we originally called Squad Beta. I think you got
Yes, yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
And this is a sorry. This is a squad shit that is gonna record every meaningful experience and information that the whole squad, the whole team, the whole party achieve or gain during the various adventures that they go through. And they basically give the team bonuses and malus during the whole game, the whole campaign, if you want to put it like that. And if you see there are discoveries on the right, so that of course it's, as I was saying before, it's important to discover new things about the world, because every new discovery can make the party gain more money at the end, and reputation and fame at the end of the whole mission. And so it's that we of course we pre-generated the squad shit as the character shit, so you already got some bonuses and a malus, two maluses and one bonus. Yeah. Okay, so basically you're a squad that has already been to some missions together, and you got bit of experience. You're not uh, that cool of a squad inside the Vanguard.
What?
Yeah, and basically one important thing you can see, every one of you has got a different reputation value. That's because reputation can be spent during the various missions to achieve some advantages, or to, if you don't use fame points, you get more reputation at the end of the mission. If you use fame points inside the mission, you're gonna lose them for the last part. It's part of the mechanics. There's a lot, so I'm kind of throwing things here and there.
Yeah, no, it's fine. You're doing a great job.
That's all I'm doing. Okay, so you're a member of the same squad. You got some experiences together. You're probably your friends, but it's not it's not necessary. And it's morning. We start from the morning. So it's a morning like any other, and just after dawn, you woke up with the clock alarm or whatever you want to call it in those times and planet, and you are finishing breakfast. So you're sitting at a table in a common room of the Vanguard refectory. Is it right? Refectory, yeah.
Yeah.
And okay, so you see many others like you in the refectory. There are all squads that serve themselves from the buffet, and some are sleepy, some are wide awake, some, every kind of explorer here in the refectory today. And so this morning, the bulletin will be updated with missions for everyone that want to get their hands on the best missions available, of course. Each team has its own opinion on which are the most interesting missions, of course. And some try the less risky to just avoid to fall to pieces and die, and other desperate people try to impress the Vanguard with absurd missions, hoping to come out alive and probably renew their image and in the eyes of the organization. So to, of course, go up and upper and get into a more comfortable style of lifestyle, or so to speak.
Sure.
So that's the main situation. And in the refectory, you will find the tasks hanging on a wall, and in the central part of the wall, there's something that kind of gets the attention of all of you. Everybody is around that wall, and taking this or that notes, and taking their mission and fighting for some missions, and some other just stays there and look what's going on. And so while you're basically going to that wall to choose your mission, you are intercepted by a woman, and she's your supervisor. Supervisor.
Yeah. Okay.
Supervisor. Her name is Sheer. He's pretty powerful inside the organization. You all know her very well, and she wants to engage you, basically. So he's stand up before you, and she's like, "Good morning, people. Good morning, Beta Squad."
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good
Hello.
morning.
All good?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Did you eat well?
Absolutely.
Okay.
We are ready for whatever you can bring our way.
Yeah, that's what I like to hear. Macon. No, sorry, Carbust.
Yeah.
So she basically turns around and start walking, probably sure that you're going to follow her, and she starts talking while reaching her office. So she's like proposing you to participate in a recovery mission. So you just get into her office. She sits down, and she looks at you, basically like studying you, and you're like, she can see through you, and she can evaluate your abilities just by looking at you. And so she started talking, and she's like, okay, basically we lost a squad. We lost a good squad, probably better than you, but still we want you to recover them. So we want you to find them, find out what happened to them, and basically bring back the squad, or even better, all their items and equipment. And this is something that in the game is pretty clear, that for the Vanguard is basically more important the equipment of the squads than the squad itself, because basically scums, as those individuals that can walk through the limits of the imposed by Drages, are coming out more and more lately. So there's basically a good turnover and change of soldiers, of explorers, and so it's more important to get back every item possible, because that is more difficult to find and get and put together.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So she wants to go and find out about this squad, and she's like, okay, so the Lost Squad does not send communications of any kind for the last 3 days, and it is late on the time scheduled. They should have been returned like 2 days ago, but they're not. They didn't. And so you should really reach the E12 quadrant, and which was their destination, their original destination, and find out what happens. So these are the documents that you can look up to, and she gives you some papers, and in there you'll find all the information of the mission, and you can go.
All right.
Thank you, Mom.
Thank you.
Now, you don't have to thank me. I want to thank you when you come back with the squad, or the items and equipment of the squad.
Yes, Mom.
Is there any more information we can have on how what they may have encountered?
Okay, so in the papers you can find basically the type of geology, type of the area that you will find in the E12 quadrant, which is it just says jungle, and the menaces that you can encounter in that kind of environment. And you wait a minute, I don't remember how we called them in the okay. So it's we call them the skinna, which are these animals here. They're here. You all know them very well, so I can show you about them. So it's like they're they're this big basically.
Okay.
So like a big wolf, but it's sort of a crocodile or something, and they're called skinna, or which is a slang version for skinned, because they're basically, when they were discovered by the first squad that discovered them, they were changing their skin like snakes. So of course, this is a new word for everybody. So the first that find out about something gets the right to give it a name, and that's why some monsters' names are kind of slangy or strange, or not that well. How can I say it? They're not that good, maybe.
Named in the heat of the moment.
Exactly. So there will be some skinnas probably in that area. That they are pretty dangerous, but you've also already encountered them, and you got out of there alive. So it's a menace that you can work with, you can deal with. And basically, that there's a vehicle waiting for you in the garage.
Okay.
All right.
The workshop, or whatever you want to call it. Some words I'm gonna go quickly on Google Translator, and
that's fine.
Okay.
No.
Okay. So
that works.
Go.
Yeah.
Go for it. If you want to talk to each other, to just basically you can still choose not to do that mission, not to get it.
Well, no, we want the reputation and the prestige of being a better beta squad.
Absolutely.
I'm tired of getting kicked around by the rest of these.
Yeah. We want to prove to them that we are the better squad.
Yeah, of course. Right. The fact that the supervisor called you like straightly, and she comes for you. It's a big opportunity for a squad. You don't really know why she chose you, but you're kind of thrilled by that.
Let's hope it's not because we're expendable. It could be.
That was going through my head. I'm not gonna lie.
That's a possibility. So, as you advance, following the noted tracks attached to the 3 small pieces of paper that she gave you, thanks to the information gathered by the Vanguard, you know that you're gonna drive through a wait a minute. A rotor. It's a. I will ask Andrea, if he's online, to send me on Facebook an image of the rotor, so that we can. Ce la fai? Puoi farlo?
Senza computer.
Perché non è, of course, he doesn't have access to the PC. So.
Oh, that's right.
Sorry, guys.
That's all right. That's all right.
We're talking about some sort of Mad Max style vehicle. It's sort of it's circular. It's a circle in which it's a wheel. It's a big wheel.
Oh, okay.
With 6 seats inside of it. And just rolls on the ground, and
kind of like that General Grievous vehicle from Star Wars.
There you go. I got a picture now.
From where?
Star Wars.
Oh, yeah.
Was it episode 2 that he has that wheel that kind of just drives around?
We got a beautiful picture of it. Of course, we can reach out to that, but you will see it in the core book. So at least 2 of you.
Yeah. I have a picture if you want me to share it.
Go for it.
Let's see here. Where's my screen sharing? There we are.
Should be.
Actually, let me pull this in a different window so I don't cause the inception effect here. Hold on 1 second. That'll be crazy if I do that. I'll pull it over here. So, there we go. And isn't technology grand?
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little jealous, Michael.
There you go. Can you see that?
Yeah, something like that. But
something like that with 6 seats, right?
Yeah, but bigger.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But bigger, yeah.
And basically, the seats are inside of the wheel, not on the side, but inside of the wheel, and you can see through the wheel basically through some holes in the wheel, and when it's spinning, of course, it's like having the whole front of it clear, sort of.
Okay.
Yeah, Max, I managed to send you the picture.
This. All right.
So maybe.
Let me. Okay. So how can we do it? I can send it to you.
You can actually screen share your if you go over to the
yeah, like we did last time.
Yeah.
Which one was this one?
The green with the arrow.
Okay. So it's kind of crashing. Might be.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, there you are. Yeah, cool.
So this is what we're talking about, basically.
All right.
Nice. That works.
Okay.
Cool.
I call backseat, by the way.
Yeah.
I will sit up front.
And this is the the garage man that you're gonna meet in a few minutes. So,
Nice.
yeah, he's a cool dude.
He looks it.
All right. So okay, just let me back up.
Il Mecanico. Is that how you pronounce that? Il Mecanico?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Nice. We'll have to. Oh, I think we just lost Max.
No.
He'll be back.
Yes, sorry. Guys.
That's all right.
There he is. He's back.
There he is. Let's see here.
Max?
Max is. I think his. Maybe his
Like
settings.
the audio.
His audio.
Yeah. So you can hear us.
You can
cannot
hear us.
you.
We cannot hear you.
Yeah, some technical issues.
I guess yeah. That's what happens. When you go up, there's a little gear up in the top. Hit the gear, and you should have a microphone. He's talking, but we can't. Can anybody read lips?
He's speaking Italian, so I'm not really sure what he's saying, but I'm pretty sure he's cussing his computer out right now.
Yeah, I'm going to say maybe it's good that we don't have any sound right now.
No.
I think he's going to try to reconnect there.
Yeah, that's all right.
I'm going to take this opportunity to check on my daughter.
Go
Be
for
right
it.
back.
Sure. It's still
No, nope.
still
Okay.
Andre, you might have to take over for him.
Yeah. It's not a good idea.
So, do you want to talk a little bit about how you're the mind behind this whole system?
Yeah. I am. Was a long journey, but very funny.
That's great. It was great that when I had Max on the other day, we were talking about the fact that you were you mostly did all the rules and everything, and you're also an artist from the sounds.
Yeah.
Do you hear me now?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Max is back.
All right.
Oh, thanks God, I
Got your back. Got your back.
Andrea's like, get back on here, Max. I don't want to answer his questions.
Yeah, he was writing me on Facebook. Please come back. No, it wasn't.
I don't want to talk to Doug.
All right. So you were headed to but basically, if you wanted to ask something to Andrea, I can.
No, that's fine.
No,
we're
that's
just
fine.
kind of still in time. So
okay.
No, you can ask, and then Max can
translate.
Answer.
So you were headed to the garage, to the workshop, and you find Lotus, which is if you go and look on your squad sheet, you can see that Lotus is one of your allies, because you became friends with him on the early days of your permanence in the Vanguard, and he kinds of cover for you when you damage the equipment or something, because he's a very funny guy that basically have sympathy for you, and he knows that you're gonna probably do some great things. He kind of feel it, and he's just nice with you. But he's not with everybody, so it's something special that you probably gain with. Of course, this is something that a normal squad of players will gain in the first game plays.
Gotcha.
Having some sort of yeah, kind of stuck. But I mean, you got it. I don't have to explain it anymore. Okay, so he's kind of happy to see you. So, hello, guys. How are you? And
Hey, Lotus.
he's got an English accent too.
Yeah.
Nice.
Hello.
I'm pretty well, guys. So, what are you up to?
We just got assigned to another mission.
We're headed to the E12 quadrant.
So we got to go retrieve some squad that I guess couldn't do their job.
Yeah.
So they send the cleanup crew in.
Yeah, really? The Omega Squad. I kind of know them. Sorry, it was too much of an English accent. So he kind of he heard about that missing squad, and he's you see him a bit worried about it. You don't know if it's in good relationship with that squad too, or it's just because he fears for you guys. You don't really get it. But you can basically empathize with it with a skill that we got that will be sense. You can find it, and you can kind of it's just an example, an occasion to show an example of an ability. So you see him worried. Maybe you want to know what he's worried about particularly, and you should go to your sense ability, sense skill, and you could even roll. If
Looks like Karabast has the best sense, and he's got some specialization, uncover the lies.
Yeah, I'll definitely look into his.
Exactly. So the specialty cover the lies is basically when he's trying to guess, but it's not on sense; it's on guess. We got in this section we got 3 skills that are basically very similar. We got guess, alert, and sense, but they're working on different levels. You got guess, which has to go with all that's rational and logic, and so the intelligent intuition of something, and that will work exactly, and that will work with that lies specialization. And then we got alert, which is a sort of wisdom in Dungeons and Dragons terms. Basically, you English guys, alert is pretty speaks for itself, right? It's a perception of what is going on around you physically.
Okay.
And sense, it's more of an empathy thing, so you can basically understand what a person is feeling or what a person is up to, as long as it does not involve a logic procedure or something like that. Don't know if it is clear, but in this case, so that specialization is not really helpful for Carbust.
Gotcha.
But, still got a good score, but so has got Salty, and you're almost like everybody's got 2 points, right? Right. So you're on the same level. You could the difficulty would be 2 because he's worried, but you don't have enough information to know what he's worried about. So you should roll 2 dice.
All right.
Each. Okay. And
Give this
5
a go.
or 6 will. Yeah.
I got a 6 on one of my rolls.
I have a 1 and a 2, so I am not contributing helpfully at all.
No, not me either.
Okay, so you're kind of looking at Lotus' face, and Macon, you can basically feel that what he's worried about has got to do with probably the location where you are going. He fears for you. He's frightened about something. He kind of probably thinks that it's a very dangerous situation the ones you're in.
So I kind of look at him and say, I think you know something. It isn't in the sheets that we're looking at. It isn't in our mission docs. What can you tell us about the locations and what's between the lines here?
Well, Macon, I'm not gonna lie. The squad that you are going to recover, it's not the first squad missing in that quadrant. In the A12 quadrant is probably the third squad that's gone missing. There is something there, and they keep on, sending squads there, and they keep on not coming back. And I don't know. I just don't know. Do you guys have to take the mission? I mean, can you just pass it?
I mean, it was assigned to us, so can't really pass it off, and nor do I think we need to. If they're calling us in now, obviously we can handle it.
Absolutely.
Okay. No. I mean, guys, you're great. You're strong people. You're just whatever. Don't just don't think about me. I was just a bit of worried about, but you'll do fine. You'll do great. So come. Here's the vehicle, and he kind of take you to one of those rotors, a big one, and he usually give you one of the bad-looking rotors, but today he's giving you one of the best that he's got in right now. So you're pretty surprised by that, and it's probably another sign of how much worried he is about this mission. And so I was like, okay, I just want to tell you guys that this is probably the best rotor that we got here right now at the moment, and just treat it well, and please come back, because this rotor costs a lot of money and a lot of work. So, and come on, guys, at least 2 of you gotta come back.
Oh, I'm coming back.
we'll bring your rotor back.
He tries to don't look nervous, and tell some sort of a joke, but he doesn't really do it well. And he look at you with the same worried tension in the eyes, but he kind of turned back and says, "So guys, you know how it works. So the door is open, and please come back."
We will. We'll
see
you soon.
It's pretty. You'll do fine, guys. It's nothing to worry about. It's just to put you in the right mood, right?
Absolutely.
Today is not a good day to die.
Exactly. Or it is.
Or it is, yeah.
So
either way, it'll be glorious.
Okay, so basically, the one of you that's probably the most indicated to drive this thing is Macon, and it is because he's got some Vanguard's knowledges. In knowledges, you all got different knowledges. And of course, being a Vargan, and being the Vargans, the civilization that put up the Vanguard in the first place, he knows a lot about the technology and the stuff that they're going to use to build vehicles. For example, this is a gas-based vehicle, and he's got 2 points in that knowledge, so it's probably the best to drive that thing. But also Carabas could do it. I mean, any one of you could do it, because you got some sort of training. But being a Vargan makes Macon the best driver. And
I believe
he's not drinking beer. So
I believe Salty
gonna
claims
drive.
back seat, so
I
I
did.
will take shotgun if Macon, you wanna.
I'm gonna strap it in, and we're gonna hit the gas.
yeah.
Go faster.
Okay. So you know that the E12. Oh, of course, didn't do it, but you took some food and water and all the equipment that you may need in a mission like that, and the equipment that you have access to, of course, because the reputation of the team, which is in your case, your access level, you can see it is 2. So even though you got a good reputation of, an average reputation of 7, your access level is only 2. So you don't have that much of an equipment available, but it's still probably gonna work for your mission, or else Sheer probably wouldn't give you the gig. Okay, so but you know that going to the E12 quadrant will take probably 3 days, and so you gotta stay in the wild at least for 3 days before reaching the quadrant. So you of course you equip for at least a week of travel, let's say.
Okay.
So let's skip the traveling part, at least for half a day. And so it's mid-afternoon, and all is doing great, and the sun is going down, and you should just tell me if you want to keep on going for the night, or sorry, it is late afternoon, not mid-afternoon. And if you want to keep going during the night, or you want to just camp out.
Is this thing equipped with lighting at all?
You probably don't have much of a light. I mean, there's a gas lantern inside of the rotor, but apart from that, you got
No external lighting at all to light the.
No.
And is this rough terrain?
Sorry.
Is it rough? Is it rough terrain?
No, it doesn't look like it.
Well, I'll leave it up to the rest of the party whether they want to continue to drive or not.
Well, it's probably not safe to sleep out in this
Nothing is safe.
I know, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking we're probably more safe in the vehicle than we are out in the open.
That's a good point. But I don't want to push you to do nothing that you
As long as we're able to kind of take shifts driving this thing. I assume it's not a automated pilot system.
Nope.
Then we could.
Yeah, we can just take shifts. I think that's probably the best way to go, because the thought of camping out outside doesn't really appeal to me, and it's just going to slow us down anyway.
Yeah, of course, it is important. We are on a flat land and with grass, so it would probably be easy to travel anyway. Of course, with lights down is a bit of a hard mission, but you can still make it, at least for what you can see of the landscape right now.
Okay.
All right.
So you want to keep going?
We're going to keep going.
We're going to keep going.
Trade off.
Okay, so some of you sleeps while another one drives, and we should really roll dice and roll. And as I told you, my son just lost my dice, so I gotta look for a dice roller like online. I wasn't ready for that. Sorry. I knew I didn't have dice, but okay. So dice roller. I just want to choose
Is
which
that
one
your
of you.
character?
Yeah, that's my character here.
He's
So
cool.
my daughter's joined us.
Nice.
Hello. Okay, so
Why can't I see my head?
It's
so
down
just
here,
tell me about the
Oh,
shits.
there we go.
So since Mycon started out, I guess we will. I will take kind of a second shift of driving, and then.
Then I'll take the third. Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so Salty is the third, right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay,
It's
so
your fault.
Yeah. Great.
exactly. So you should really roll me some alert skill.
All right. So I've got 2 in alert.
Yeah, of course you're still going, but you slowed down a bit because there is a light on the rotor, but it is not that much of covering for that light, so you gotta go slow, and basically you can hear something probably.
Okay.
What's the DC?
So, the DC is okay. It's 2. You got
Okay.
sense 2,
Mhm.
like before, right? So you
Mhm.
got to roll 2 dice.
Okay.
All right, now just a point of clarity here. I have 1 circle filled in on sense. So do I subtract 1 die?
You got what?
So on my sheet for
Yeah.
my sense, I have
See?
one skill level or dot on there. So do I reduce the amount of dice I can roll, or
No. It's
I don't understand
alert.
what you're going to.
well, we roll 2 dice for the sense, right? But do
Yeah.
I reduce it at all because I have just 1 skill level on that, or no?
But you got 2 on sense, right? You should get.
No,
you should have two.
it's under acumen, right? There's sense, and then there's a 1 dot there.
Yeah.
Oh, but I see two on the
2.
square.
Okay. No, the square is something else. The square,
Okay.
that square is something in. And what we should talk about eventually is that it may be crucial in some part of the game. Is you see fit, frenzy, flare, and fame.
Mhm.
Mhm.
So those are called pushes, and they all got a different usability, so to speak. And so you got fit that helps you succeeding in checks that would give you fatigue by not having a fatigue issue in those checks. Then you got frenzy that basically gets you to avoid a hit or a wound. Okay, so Andrea just told me that the tablet 2 is dead, so he's not gonna participate anymore.
Oh no.
The gods
The
of
first-
technology hate you.
Yeah, the first victim of the mission. And so you got flare that is with flare with a point you can spend those points. You see you got points in every one of those pushes, and the flare point can be used to kind of automatically succeed in one of the acumen
Nice.
skills.
Okay. Yep.
So basically you could choose to not roll the 2 dice right now, because I mean I just thought you're in the dark. I just told you that probably you should hear or sense something, and maybe you don't want to risk not to sense that, and so you want to spend your flare point to succeed automatically. Just an example, of course, not
Sure.
you don't have to do it right now. And then there is fame, that what I was talking about before. You can spend fame points to get some advantages with relationship involved scenes during the game, or keep them until the end and spend them at the end to gain more reputation.
Oh, nice.
So
Okay.
basically, that's those are the important points.
Excellent.
The points on prowess, quickness, acumen, and presence are not that are just determined by the skills the skill score that you got in every category. So Macon, Salty, and Carabas, they all got sense 2 points, as I can see from my sheet. If it is different from that,
it looks like I have. It looks like I have 1.
Yeah, I'm seeing 1 on mine, 1 on Salty, and 2 on Carabas.
Yeah, for sense.
Really? So I got different.
You had originally said this was an alert check. Is that what?
Oh, sorry, alert. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, we all have 2 on alert.
Yeah, we do have alert.
There we
That
go.
was my mistake. My bad. Sorry. So yeah, alert.
Well,
so Macon was asking me about. Okay, now I get it. Okay. So you got 1 in alert, right? And you were asking if you got to roll 1 dice.
Yeah, is that how that works?
So how many dice you're gonna roll on a level 2 difficulty check with 1 point? Okay, so basically you go down, you lower your pool by 1 because it's difficulty 2, and you got 1 skill point, so you should go to 0. And when you got 0, you can still give a try to a check by rolling 2 dice, but having to succeed with both of them, just like that. Sorry, I was totally misunderstanding what you were asking because
I get it now. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we were looking at the wrong.
I was looking at the wrong.
It's okay.
That's good.
Okay.
You got a lot going on, so it's fine.
Yeah. No. Yeah. It's a bit tough, as I told you, but
You're doing well.
Okay.
So I rolled a 6 and a 2. I'll tell everyone right now that. So I did succeed on my roll.
Okay,
I did as well. I got a 6.
Okay,
these dice are cold. I'm not seeing anything. I'm sleeping in the back.
I hope you're not rolling those VCG dice because all those dice are perfect. They're perfectly balanced.
Those quarterstaff games dice.
Oh, so you need some VCG dice.
Okay, so you clearly heard some. Let me look for it. Just not to say something that it's not comprehensible to you. Some rocks cracking, some
like an avalanche.
Yeah, but not with not with. I mean, avalanche can be with snow and without snow, right? Just avalanche of rocks.
Right,
like an avalanche.
Rock slide.
Yeah, but as I told you, you're on a flat land. And mountains are very far away, and the what you heard is right in front of you, probably a couple of 100 meters. I don't know.
Sure. Yeah, meters.
You use yards, right, or something?
Oh, we use feet, but that's fine. We know what meters are.
Okay, perfect. So 200 meters in front of you, there's an avalanche, a rocky avalanche, and you can clearly hear that. Although it looks big. It looks a big thing.
So the Earth is like
right into that.
So the Earth is like opening up.
You don't really know. It could be, or opening up, or more likely just falling down.
Okay.
Just living a hole.
Who's driving? Is it Salty?
I think that was me. Yeah. So I'm gonna ease up on the gas and slow down and say, hey guys, you hear that too, right?
Yep, I've heard it. I immediately start getting ready to roll out if I have to.
Okay. So you're getting ready to exit the vehicle, but
yeah, I'm gonna do one of those really cool things where I like turn the wheel really quick and like skid it so that it slides and it slides to a stop.
Yeah.
Like you do with your bike.
Exactly. Like a motorcycle.
Exactly.
Turn. Okay, so but Salty, you're pretty sure that you're safe where you are, but
Okay.
of course the cool move is something that
Yeah, I do the captain.
you had to do it. You had to do it anyway. So, okay, so you stop the vehicle. The noise stopped. You tell me what you're gonna do. You don't see, of course, far as 200 meters, so it's pitch black out. So because it's pretty cloudy, the sky's cloudy, so it's not illuminated by stars or.
And we only have the gaslight. Do we have any other? Do we have any carry any like personal torches or anything like that?
Yeah, I would say that you probably don't have it in the sheet, but I won't see why not.
Well, then I'm gonna light something to see on, and I'm gonna start cautiously moving towards that rock slide.
Okay. Okay, so all the three of you, or just
Yeah,
Malcolm?
no, I'll follow. I'll put it in park and
Yeah.
and follow.
Do you leave the light on the rotor or
Yes,
Yes.
yes. I think we should. Yeah, absolutely.
We'll want to
Okay.
find it again.
Yeah.
Exactly. Okay. No, I mean, could just wanna to lose it. I don't know.
Unless the
I have to ask. So you walk for that 200 meters. So the alert skill of Celti is pretty neat, and kind of like 230 meters away from your rotor, you find a huge hole in the ground that basically covers like 40 meters on your left and 40 meters on your right, and it's like going for 10 or 12 meters long in front of you. So it's
it's a big hole.
Big hole.
very big hole. You really, and all is quiet around. It's just this hole that came out from the blue. And
All right.
Okay.
Is there any way to kind of do a hand signal to everybody to? Looking at my character, I'm Mr. Tactical, Mr. Command. So I do one of those SWAT team things with my hands to indicate if you're silent. And can we hear anything? We don't hear anything at all.
If you want to do it very well, you should go for a command check.
All right, let's do a command check.
No,
Yeah.
just joking. No, it's a quiet situation. You can even go without rolling. You know, the difficulty would be lower than your skill score, so it's automatically succeeded. So.
Okay, so they automatically fall to, and and I command them to stop.
Yeah.
So using my torch or whatever light device I have, I kind of just look. Is it there's nothing that we can see, or using any of our alert or anything like that we can sense?
You can try with alert. You can try with alert, or you can even guess. I mean, some of you may have some. Let me see.
Wow.
Yeah, some. Salty could use a guess. A guess check because he's got Dryad's knowledge, and I'm not gonna say any more than that.
Okay.
But he could try.
So I have a 1 in that. So I'd roll 1.
No. Yeah. If you got. Let me see. Yes.
Okay. So I'm gonna roll
No,
1.
it would be a knowledge check. It would be used basically in get. What have you got in guess?
I've got 0. So
0 exactly. So in this case, you can use the knowledge point instead of the guess point to kind of. The knowledge comes and help to the skill itself.
Excellent. All right. So I'm going to roll that 1, and I did get a 6.
Oh, so that's a great success. So you know that in this area there is underground dryad that is it's pretty known in the zone. And of course that as a dry, I mean the Dryja. So that it is a very very dangerous monster, probably a monster that could kill you with just blinking the eye and looking at you. So you're pretty scared, basically.
All right.
I just want to know if you're going to share the information with the others or not.
I'm definitely going to share that information with the others and let them know that we're in very, very big danger.
Okay, so as I send you the GM screen quick rules. So if you're gonna look at them, you will find what is called a cold blood check is at the end. So this is a rule that we call cold blood. So there are many situations in which the PCs can get upset or scared. When one of those situations occurs, a cold blood check must be rolled. So the cold blood check is gonna go on a skill that kind of fits the situation.
Okay.
So I'm gonna let you roll a cold blood check based upon the fear that you are right now feeling about the situation of probably confronting a Dryja. And basically you can choose right now to go for sprint or combat. Okay, so because you're probably gonna want to run.
Right.
You can choose the higher, of course.
Yeah, I know. I've got a 3 in both, so
you could even choose the lower. I mean, it's
right.
I'm just suggesting.
I'll go with combat. So I roll 3. That's what I have on here.
Yeah.
All right. I have a 6.
Okay, so you succeed the check. So what about the others?
I will attempt my combat, which is the same as my sprint of a 1. So let's see if I contribute. No, I'm feeling the fear.
You're pretty scared. Okay.
And I'm going to use my combat too. And we got a 6 on that. So
nice.
Yeah.
Okay. So as you can see, always are the quick rules. I don't know. I'm gonna read them for the who's watching. Basically, if in case of fail, the PC get a number of stress points equal to half the difficulty of the cold blood check. So the difficulty in this case was 4. So you're gonna our little Carabust is gonna gain 2 stress points.
All right.
Okay. While the others, I didn't really write down it, but I mean the others are gonna just take 1. I can't find it, but the rule, I'm pretty sure about the rule. I can't find it, but I mean Salty and Macon just gained 1 stress point.
Okay.
And of course, the real problem starts out when you you reach the 3 points, 3 stress points. So at the moment you're safe, but I would suggest to get away.
Very unnerved.
Exactly. So just I would take a second to go to the bathroom if you let me. Okay. Sorry.
Go for it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, this is kind of similar to another system that's out there with D6 dice pools. Of course, I'm a big fan of a lot of the free league games, and they have a year 0 engine system that is not quite like this, but it's pretty similar.
Nice.
So just
what's that?
I got to take this one to gymnastics in about a half hour.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
We'll kind of make it work with like we did the last time. Gymnastics is always fun.
Dad, put us in my name.
All right. Good.
Right. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, we're good.
We
All
got you.
good this time. Okay.
We're
Okay.
just to let you know, Max. We'll probably leave. We'll probably have Macon have to leave the party here in about 30 minutes. So.
Okay. So let's say.
But we can work that in. We can work that in.
No, that's okay. But I mean, this was just a sort of a little episode that I put in to give you the chance to roll a cold blood check. It was just that.
Sure.
You're not going to encounter a Draija right now.
Oh man!
So it was, of course, you would have to choose if trying to escape with the rotor or just this. I was explaining to you that this Draija, as I told you, they are shapeshifters. Every Draija kind of shows up on his own form. Some are more like dryads in the more fantasy sense, or they are like sort of forest women with wooden skin and something like that. Some others are mostly like dragons, and this one that you salty know about is like I'm gonna say like a tremor from
Okay, sure.
the movie. Okay,
Yep,
so you know that it goes underground and kind of perceive what's on the surface, and so you just have to choose if trying to escape or trying to stay still until it probably goes elsewhere, and it was just a matter of choices. Nothing was going to happen, and the next day or immediately you would have proceed with the traveling.
Nice. Okay.
So that was just a parenthesis of to roll a cold blood check. Okay, so
so are we going?
Yeah, we got 30 minutes. So let's say that you travel for kind of 3 days. You're in the middle of the third day of traveling, and you're basically getting near, or of course you don't have any GPS, so you may be already inside of the E12 quadrant, or just approaching that. You don't really know. You know that you're basically reaching the zone, and it's we got the sun out, so it's clearly visible, and you gotta roll me an alert check on visuals, on seeing on the observation,
Of the alert?
I'm gonna alert because on seeing. I'm saying that because there are some characters that got maybe traits. They got one eye missing, or maybe it's on hearing and they're kind of deaf. So it increases or lower the difficulty check for them. So it's an alert check of difficulty 1. So everybody that's got 1 or higher, 2 or higher are going to succeed automatically. Who's got 1 point is going to roll 1 dice. Who's got 0 is going to roll, if you want, 2 dice. And
hope for the double.
Or could they could spend
or they could spend in flare. Exactly.
Yep. Okay. I've got 2 in alert, so
you succeed.
As do I. Yep.
We are fully alerted.
But maybe you were sleeping.
Ah.
No. Okay. So, and I would say that you recover from 1 stress point.
Okay.
Days passed. So
I'm still slightly stressed. You guys are good.
Yeah. Okay. So, you all passed the chat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. So you all see clearly that you're traveling near a forest right now, so it's still a flat plain, but you're near a forest. And in one particular point of the forest, you can see that something huge, like a rotor, has probably entered the forest, like striking down vegetation and some small trees, etc. So you're probably, I mean, it's like there's a standstill of a rotor inside of the forest. So
okay, sure. You can see like a pathway.
Yeah. And while you're getting near it, you can see even on the ground some tracks of the rotor that you can basically they're very recognizable. So you're
okay.
You don't have to guess to understand that probably the missing squad passed through here.
Okay.
You don't really know why they kind of get into the woods, so you can choose to get down and investigate, or just follow your choice.
I'd say we keep pushing on.
Yeah, I think we just keep going. Just follow this track like we're tracking them.
Agreed.
Yeah. So you're going into the woods with your rotor.
Yes.
You see that it can go through, because probably the other squad's rotor get through the woods, but still it's not a super cool ride, a super smooth ride. So it's the terrain is a bit rocky here and there, and it's wet and humid.
Sure.
And but still you can get through, at least for a like 200 meters. I like 200 meters.
Okay.
And then there's a rock, and you can see that something went basically against the rock, probably jumped over it, not intentionally, but because of the smashing. And you see pieces of metal here and there before the rock, and you can hear something's going on behind that big rock. I mean, some noises, some little noises that you can't really how can I say it? You don't know what's really going on, but you know that something's going on, so you should.
We know that there's some sort of thing we should be alert for.
Yeah.
Okay. Say
we're gonna
slow down. Yeah.
Do we want to be the rotor still ready to go? Have somebody driving it while maybe a couple of us get out, or we all gonna get out?
No, sorry. Can you?
It's up to you. I'm good either way. I'll be glad. Who's driving at this point? Are you driving again?
Yeah, I guess I'll stay out driving.
Okay. I'll hop out real quick and try to assess what's going on. Can I climb the rock and peer over it?
Yeah. If you want to do it silently, I mean in a stealth way, you can roll me a sneak skill.
Okay.
And I'm not going to tell you what the difficulty is, so just roll your dice.
I'm going to take one of my frenzy points and pay it and just get an automatic success with this.
No, frenzy does not work like that. Frenzy just lets you avoid a hit.
Oh, okay. Oh, so I've got one on sneak. So
yeah,
I was trying to get my odds better in my favor for this roll, because it did. I got 6.
Cool. Very cool. So you're very, very smooth, very sneaky, and you climb the rock and kind of went at the level of the eye, so you can see what's out there, and you kind of get hidden, remain hidden from eventual enemies' eyes. And you can see the rotor of the other squad smashed on the ground. And very dented and bruised and contused, and just telling you all the words that You could see it later.
just smash. Yeah. Okay.
Exactly. Yeah, and you can. The noise that you were hearing is those skinners. You see 3 of them, kind of eating one of the squad members on the ground. He's already dead. He's not.
All right.
He's basically ripped apart, and they're just eating.
No, I'm going to motion to the others to come up and check this out with me.
All right. I shut down the rotor and I start heading that way.
Yep. Striding on up.
Yeah, you kind of just to say the forest is pretty noisy. You know, there's animal and noise here and there, but it's pretty normal for a forest. I mean, that's why maybe those skinners didn't really heard you coming, or just because they were very, very eating out the poor guy. And so what do? You climb the rock together. You kind of try to.
Yeah, I'll come up the rock next to Salty.
Okay.
I do as well.
Would you like to try a sneak roll, or you just go?
I mean, he just motioned for us to come on up, so I'm just gonna start walking.
Just start walking.
Yeah.
He didn't tell us we had to be quiet.
But anyway, they didn't hear the rule chart. How can they?
Yeah, exactly. That's
when I see the scene,
or maybe they're very intelligent and they're waiting for you.
When I see the scene, though, I'm horrified, and I immediately move to flame one of those creatures.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna suggest some sort of, but he's you know. You're already in action. I was going to be a little more level-headed and wait for us to come up with a plan, but I like the fact that you're impulsive and you just kind of want to take revenge. I like that.
Yeah, I kind of look at his illustration and I think he doesn't think a whole lot. And when I look at
no problem.
His acumen, there's not a whole lot. He just acts.
Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot.
It's good.
Okay, just one thing. The gas of the Vargans is not flammable.
Oh no, okay.
So
what does it do?
With that, I don't know how it is. Let me see. I don't remember how Andrea called the gun, because I called it shooter drill, but I don't know if it stuck that name. Let me see.
But it shoots some sort of projectile then.
Yeah. You just shoot things.
Oh, then I just light them up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay, shootings. It just says shootings.
So it shoots like this.
Yeah, no. Basically, it is. I don't know if the correct word. I looked it up online and I found it's like a nail gun.
Oh, okay, nice.
But basically, you can put more than nails inside of it. You can basically get to put, I don't know. Right now, you got bullets. You got specific bullets.
Nice.
But you can also put nails, rocks, or something that, as long as it fits, you're gonna shoot it.
I like that.
The only thing is those dots on gas cylinder are basically the charges of gas that you got. So the gas is gonna finish if you're gonna.
Is that per shot?
Per shot.
Okay.
Per shot, and you don't have it because you don't have the back of your shit. But I can tell you so that maybe you can use it later if it is gonna look useful. You got a grapple, a hook that you can put inside the gun and shoot the hook with the rope.
Oh, cool.
So you can do a lot of things with that. And But basically,
but for now,
you're shooting
I just want
bullets.
to rain death.
Nice.
Exactly. As long as it fits, you can put death inside of that thing. So okay, you're gonna do it. You're gonna come out and shoot.
That's right.
That's right. So I would say that they were not aware of you, so you're gonna just act without with no initiative rolls. So, and we're not rolling initiative really in this game. We just the player declare what he's gonna do. So what he's gonna do is gonna reflect on a skill, and the score of the skill is its initiative. So one player can have in different situations 1 point of initiative, or 2 or 3. Different situations puts you on different initiative levels. So to be clear. So if you wanna, for example, if Macon wanted to fight in a non-surprising situation, so if he's got to involve initiative, he's got with combat, he's got 2 points initiative. But if he wanted to get away from the combat, so he would use sprint, and he's got 1 point initiative because he's got 1 point on the skill. Is it clear enough?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe okay. So you're gonna shoot. Go for it. And combat, yeah. Combat works exactly like any other skill. So there is a difficulty to be how can I say it? To succeed, to challenge, and it goes against the event here, against the action that the enemy, the opponent, is gonna take against your combat. So in this case, I'm gonna choose the combat skill of the Skinner, which is 2, and you got combat 2, so you're gonna roll 2 dice.
Can I spend a frenzy on that, and just because I'm
as I was telling before, they're all working differently, and frenzy just gets you to avoid a wound.
That avoids damage.
A hit. A damage, exactly.
Right.
While flare gets you to not gain fatigue out of an action that would give you fatigue, and flare is gonna get you an automatic success, and fame is gonna give you advantages in the middle of a.
Okay.
Nice.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
I guess in my blind rage, I don't aim.
Oh, but wait. Forget it. You are acting on a surprise turn.
Right.
Okay.
So the Skinner is shocked or surprised. We called it shocked, but probably will be changing it in surprised. I don't know it. So your damage will be increased by 2 if you hit, and the difficulty to hit a shocked target is 1. It's just 1.
Oh,
so
nice.
it would be 2, but right now it's 1, and so you succeed automatically.
Oh, okay.
And you exactly. So your 2 damages becomes 4.
All right.
Right. Yep. And you basically killed that thing in 1 single shot.
Nice.
So headshot, hit all the brains everywhere, and the other 2 kind of get shot right away and turn around and let me roll some. No, I don't roll dice. What are you gonna do? The other 2 here.
I'm gonna be like, just kind of like shrug my shoulders and go, oh, I guess we're doing this, and I'll aim my bow and.
So you're gonna use the bow. You could have been using the smoke. To kind of infuse the arrow with the smoke, and instead of having a 1 point damage, it will go to 2 points. Of course, yeah, you had to do it before, but you just cannot do it. You don't know about it because the back of your shit is like this and not like mine, which is like this. And so I'm gonna just act as you.
So I'm gonna take it out of the quiver and I'm gonna hold it and like infuse it with smoke.
Exactly.
In my hand, and then put it in
the
the bow.
smoke that you got coming out of your skin just wrapped around the arrow, and it's ready to get more damages to your hit.
And so I'll line up and let it fly.
Yeah, let it fly, boy. So right now you got 3 points in combat.
Mm-hmm.
The skin, as I told before, got 2, so it's an automatic success. And you're gonna just do make 2 damages to the monster.
That does not take it down, though.
No, not take it down. But he is really injured.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right.
I will, since it looks like getting into combat, I'm going to try to slow down these things from getting to us using my way of the water, the way of the world's blood.
Okay, so that's cool. That's pretty cool because, as I told you, the ground is very humid and wet. So as you can see in the examples, you can do cool things with that. You just wanna basically make the ground being
kind of try to turn it into more of a mud than
cool.
Just wet ground.
Okay, so the difficulty would be really low right now because of the situation you're in, and you got how much have you got in the
waterway? In the waterway, I've got two points.
Okay, so you're gonna roll 2 die. You're not gonna roll. You're gonna succeed automatically.
Easy enough.
The 3 of you are gonna do a lot of good things by succeeding automatically, and those monsters looked slowed down already, so that just one of them, which was the nearest one, can't go and attack. Let me roll who's gonna attack. So Ben, you're gonna be 1, then Michael 2, and Doug 3. Let me roll again. 2. Michael. So the most dangerous. Okay, so it's gonna come for you, and it's gonna roll 2 dice because you got combat 2, and it's got combat 2. You're gonna roll 2 dice. Let me roll.
Okay. Got a 5 on one of them.
So it's the slowest dice roller ever. Okay, a 2 and a 4. So it doesn't get you. It's right in front of you. It's kind of trying to bite you, but you just don't. So the other one is getting near, but goes up to you right now. So Macon.
Well, then I'm gonna shoot it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right in the face.
Yeah, he got a 5. Just put it right down its snout.
Yeah. Yeah, so 2 dice for you.
Yep. Rolled a 5 on one of them.
5. So it's success. You hit him, and it's 2 damages. It doesn't fall because the other one is the one that Salty damaged before. And Salty, up to you.
I'm gonna see that this one's right on. On my buddy, and I'm going to take another arrow out of my and do my little smoke.
No, that will cost you a turn.
Oh, that would cost me a turn. Okay, so I'm not going to do that.
I gave it to you for free right before because probably you would prepare the action.
Okay.
But
so I'm just gonna take it and I'm gonna hit him with the bow.
Yeah. So you got combat 3. You succeed automatically, and you just took it down.
Nice.
Because the arrow, the one that was in front of Macon, or the other one?
The one that was in front of Macon.
Okay, so you shoot him right in the head, so the arrow gets through the head, and the Skinner falls down and die dramatically. Then
Nice.
rolls off the rock, and there's another one to take down. Carabist.
Let's see.
One thing that you can do if you see the examples, just suggesting, because this is one of the most kind of
It's very freeform how you can.
no, I mean you can do basically whatever you want.
Yeah.
Controlling those things, but one cool thing about the way of the bones, so the way of the earth, and the manipulation of solids, is that you got a sort of telekinesis with solids. So as I told you before, you got pieces of metal all around. You can choose, for example, to take one and smash it on the Skinner, or go ahead and maybe, because right now you see the paws, the hands of an animal, are deeply into the mud. So you could even choose to extract water from the ground and basically block the
seal them in there.
You can do a lot of things with
Sure. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, or you can with the control of the airway, you could maybe let some pieces of wood from the trees fall down on the head of the beast. I mean, it's
I think
free.
I'm gonna try to take part of this broken rotor and smash it into this thing, because both my comrades have gotten kill shots, and I want to make sure I'm doing my job here.
Yeah. So let's see. Give me a minute. So it's pretty near to you, and you choose basically probably a huge enough one to do some damage.
Yeah, a good chunk of it.
Exactly. So, and maybe you look for one that's even sharp enough, so it's not that quick. It's, yeah. So the difficulty will be 2.
Okay.
That means that you to do that you should it will take 2 turns.
Okay.
But you got in the way of the bones, you got 3 points, so you can just lower one of the 3 points and get it in one round. So you basically lower your capability in the power that you got, but you can do it faster. So right now, difficulty 2. Your your score is 3. You will do it. You will succeed automatically, but in 2 rounds.
Okay.
But you can try to roll 2 dice to do it right now.
Yeah, let's try it.
And basically, it works like that with everything. It just comes to my mind right now because it would be
no worries. We'll see if we can get some successes here.
Yeah.
Not with a pair of 1s. The dice are going to get retired
no,
after
not at all.
today.
And a pair of 1s probably would make that piece of junk go right through the head of one of your allies.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Let's see.
Uh-oh.
One thing I will mention is that Michael had to leave, so you can dump it on me if you, or you can dump it on him. Actually, you dump it on him, and then that way it kind of.
We've explained it.
We've explained why Michael's not acting this turn or whatever.
So the Vargan just dies. He loses his head, and he kind of embarrassed probably.
Just a little bit.
I'm just standing there in shock, and I'm like, I don't.
Yeah. And still, the Skinner is going to attack you.
I'm just gonna.
Oh, and let's do like that. The Macon falls down. It's still alive, but he falls down, and the Skinner kind of kill him. So that we
takes the opportunity.
Yeah. So that it's back to you.
It's back to me.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna whip out a bow really quickly and just go ahead and just pull it back with all my might because I want this thing just to. I want to avenge my friend's death.
Yeah, so you should kill Carbas probably. You want revenge? No, okay. So you killed the Skinner. You're up there with your arrow. You know, smoke all around you, and you just let the hit go, and the Skinner falls down with a growl, and
so then I'm gonna look
quiet again.
I'm gonna look over at Carabas and give him like a really like, what the heck what were you thinking?
That there, I just got confused. We'll bring him back. I mean, they're gonna want his gear.
That's the spirit. That's the Vanguard spirit.
This is true.
Yeah. Experience point for you. Extra point. Extra experience point. Okay. So, got one man down. The monster's menace is gone. So you got three Skinners on the ground dead. Macon, the poor Macon dead. And one of the members of the Omega squads, part of him dead in front of you. So you're completely immersed in death and blood. And yeah.
Can I like assess the area to see if there's any signs of what happened? Am I basically I'm assuming that the Skinners caused this destruction, or can I sense that it was something else?
Well, you didn't investigate out of the woods, so you don't really know how or why the rotor just got into the woods.
Mm-hmm.
You basically saw that the rotor just went probably high speed, full speed, onto the rock and smash itself, and then go on the other side of it. And you should do I would say you could try either a hunt skill check or a guess skill check.
Okay.
For two different part of the informations, so you can even do both of them.
Okay. I only
same for Counterbust.
I only have a 2 for hunt, so
yeah.
Oh
so
no, let's
see. I have no hunt skill, so
okay. But you can still try with two dice.
And get it.
Oh, and by the way, we're not using it because it would be another information. But every time that a skill check fails, you should add a cross on the dashes.
Oh, that's right. That's right. You have like these little.
And once you reach for 6 of them in a single skill, you get one ability, 1 skill point at the.
So there's a point of taking. Yeah.
But basically, you failed a very few skills checks.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Basically, even though you're failing, you're still picking things up and getting better at
that. Exactly. That's the way you're gonna.
I like that. That's really cool.
Ability points. Yeah.
Makes you do things that you're not just min-maxed for.
Exactly.
Of course, when you gotta spend points, you're gonna probably build the way you're gonna want the character to be. But then you can still try. In this occasion, for example, you say, I ain't got points in hunt, but I'd suggest you to.
Still gonna look around.
It depends. It depends. Probably if you wanna, give it the role play of the, you want to play Carabast as one as a character that just don't get in the mud and look for tracks. You're not gonna do it, and that's fine. Or of course, the meta game is always there, but you can still try. You two in the middle of a bloodbath. So
we're down one person. I'm gonna have to pick up.
You would want to check out what happened.
I have to pick up my weight. All right. I will take a look. I do not get a double success. So
Okay.
I do
So,
not. see
what
anything.
about guessing? What about guessing?
I've got 0 in guessing, but I'll roll 2. And I got 2 1s.
Oh.
All right.
I do have a 3 in guess, so I
Yeah.
will then
So
stop
you
looking, start thinking.
Yeah, you stop looking and thinking, and you just get it because you got a lot of points in guess, and you're gonna succeed automatically in this
All right.
in this case because the difficulty was at 2. So you basically are pretty sure that Skinners are not involved with the crash, but they probably came later.
That's kind of
For the dead bodies
the snacks.
Exactly, for having a quick snack, and they found death instead. No, but and every snack could mean death, could mean dying horribly in Shattered Tower. That should be the spot. Every snack break could mean death. So, what you would probably do is investigate inside the rotor, right?
Right. Yeah. We can take a look in there.
Yeah. So you take a look, and clearly the gas skill is still rolling, and you see that nobody's there. You see that just the one corpse that the Skinners were eating is in the area. So the other 3, because you know that they were total 4 people in the squad. You know that probably there are 3 people missing, 3 explorers missing, and that basically gets you to understand even better that Skinners has nothing to do with it, and they probably came later when the squad was already gone.
Well, it looks like you need to exercise those scouting traits and figure out where they went there.
Oh, yeah, I probably should.
Probably with now the situation, you got more information in your hands, so you could try again with hunt.
Okay. Yeah, why don't I'll do that then. Let's try that. Nope, that's a miss.
Okay, so one thing is to be said. So your job on this mission was finding out what happened to the squad.
Okay.
So you basically partially know what happened.
Okay.
So you let's say that of course right now if you want to go on and play for and have fun, I can stay here all day long. It's not a problem. But let's say that we are a party of friends playing, and
sure.
So we could even choose to say, okay, let's go back to the Vanguard. Let's say what we found out.
Right.
You're still gonna probably gain some reputation and some money out of it. You are not able to take back the smashed rotor because of its conditions, but you know where it is. You can give
let them know
the exact position. Exactly. You can say that there are 3 people missing. One is that. So basically, you partially succeeded already.
All right.
So let's say that maybe right now you with skills skill checks that are not collaborating, you would have to go basically blind into the forest.
Okay.
You don't know where to go. Of course, I would make something happen to help you with that, as a GM has got to do. But let's say that probably reasonably, your characters would be thinking that probably it's time to go back and with what you got. You can still recover some of the items and some of the things that are maybe in the rotor. You can
salvage what
recover
we can.
Sure,
make an equipment.
I mean, we are down a third of our squad, so going at it with just the two of us probably isn't ideal anyway.
Into the
way those...
because, and of course, mostly. I mean, the other thing is that that you are in a very dangerous situation. You're into a jungle where skinners are the only thing that are known about this jungle, because on the documents you had skinners as reported living inside of it, but you hear a lot of noises, and anything else couldn't live here inside of this jungle. Anything could have happened, and so it's pretty dangerous, and it's not that heroic of a game, Shattered Tower. I mean, it's more of getting the mission done, and then
the exploration and the discovery.
That's what you're saying.
On the next mission. So
I like it.
Yeah, that's
it's a possibility, of course.
That's nice. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm fine with going back and forgetting about killing my friend. Yeah,
we'll leave that out of the debrief.
Yeah, and by the way, probably I should have let you roll. Should have you roll in a cold blood check.
Another cold blood check.
Yes, exactly.
For the stress, absolutely.
That's all right.
You will probably be stressed by now, and Carbus will be like, "Let's go home, please." They're all dead. They're all dead. There's nothing to do here. Nothing for us.
If I keep rolling these, we might be down another party member.
Yeah. That's kind of what I'm thinking. I'm like, you've already killed one. I think we better go back home before I end up with the same fate.
Yeah, of course. That's basically If we were a party of players, of friends, we would go on with the next mission and keep on playing. So it would be reasonable to go back at this point, right?
Now, what's so the ultimate end game of Shattered Tower? Is that you just want to be the best squad out in the Vanguard? Is that the ultimate? I guess I'm trying to grasp what the
okay. No,
you want to explore. You want to build up everything.
You want to do that because as I told, the 6 folks are all segregated basically. They don't know nothing about the world around. They don't know about each other. But right now there's this organization, the Vanguard, that kind of want to put a resolution to that situation. They want to solve the problems. They want to reunite the 6 folks. They want to get rid of the Draijas, but they also want to know about them and the ancient civilization. Okay. So the aim of the characters may be different from characters to characters.
Okay, no, that's fine.
There's one that maybe want to be the best with the best squad because he won the fame and he wants the commodities that comes out with fame and etc. And because later in the game when you get to a high access level, you become sorry, I got to take a little mental break.
It's okay.
I got to pause it. And okay, so the aim and the objectives of any character are different from the one of the other character. But basically, what you want to do in the game is discover things. But also you want to survive to keep on discovering things. So that's why you want to go back right now in your situation, because it would be most likely death awaiting for you in that woods instead of glory. Okay, so it's very difficult to survive in a disadvantaged situation. So you don't want to go for that. you don't have we didn't experience that in the game, but it's not that difficult to die. You only got 4 ones available, you know, and everyone could be deadly to you because everyone has got a damage point. You know, the damage of the weapon could be. Let's say that the dry aegis that you encountered at the beginning of the session would have come out. The dry aegis has got probably a damage 6 points of damage.
So he would just wipe us right out.
It's more than your 4 wounds.
Right.
6 is more than 4. So maybe by reducing the damage with an armor or something, you could be still alive after 1 hit, but not after 2. So, but of course, there's a storyline all behind on the underground of the game that you want to experience and you want to go through. We're gonna go for the storyline and discover what's going on exactly. So why the dry aegis are containing the human folks and they're not just killing them, and they're even doing experiments with them. Basically all of the powers, all of the singularities of the characters of the single folks are the results of experiments and magical experiments or biological experiments of the dry aegis. So they're probably trying to do something with the folks. You know?
Oh, okay. So that's kind of one of the aspects too, is trying to figure out that.
But of course, it's not the rookie squad that is going to discover all of that. You got to start by playing these introductive missions, and then you get probably put a part of some secrets, and then discovering some laboratories of the Olden, or some dry aegis dungeons, or some
Yep. Very cool.
The storyline is pretty. It's an underground part of the game, but it's there so to not just make the game being we go on a mission and we go shooting things.
Right.
But of course, at the beginning, you have to do it, and it's even because, of course, like in every other RPG, once you got the rules, you got the setting, you got everything, you can even start with a squad with access level 10 and go for the main campaign or the main storyline from the beginning. Nice. Clearly, to present the game is easier this way, and we're not revealing all the plot that's behind. As I told you the other day, if this goes well, if the feedback after the Kickstarter is good, we already have a campaign plot pretty prepared, pretty
nice. So you have that mapped out already. Nice. That's awesome.
Yeah. It's gonna. There's a war coming. And
nice.
That's our idea. Some of the folks are probably gonna choose to side with dry aegis. Others don't. Others, of course, wanna still kill them and get free. So there's clashes of cultures and. So
that's awesome. No, I'm excited. Yes. Like I said, the system is really easy to pick up and play. I like the fact that it's a D6 system, because those are kind of my jam. So I was really excited when this hit Kickstarter, and I hope it is a big success for you guys, and I hope that once you get the finished game out, it just kind of takes off, because sometimes that happens. Sometimes you put out a product and for some reason or another it doesn't get the attention that it needs to while it's being crowdfunded. But then once people have it in their hands, they're like, oh yeah, no, I like this aspect of this game, and it kind of builds that online community after the fact, and then you get you can keep adding to it, which is great.
No, of course we hope so. We're already happy with what's going on. We made a lot. We're gonna make it, and as I told you in the first interview, we're gonna make it, and that's enough. We wanted to make it. We just wanted to make it. Of course, all that comes after that, it's I say in Italian, it's grasso che cola, which is wait.
Get that Google Translate out.
Yeah, I cannot translate that, but it says runny fat, but it's like the fat that when you cook meat and there's the fat coming out, so there's the good part. The saucy, sauciness.
Yes.
So
similar to that. It's just gravy on top of it.
All that comes behind getting the book done is sauce.
It's just gravy after that. Yes, we have gravy. That's what we say here in the U.S. It's just gravy.
Okay, gravy. So that's it. I mean,
nice.
Of course, the system is pretty easy. You saw it. There's a lot of automatic success, and it's to just speed up a little the combat process or the ability checks, and so that it is a bit more realistic. Mostly in the combat, it's quicker than other games.
Yeah, I like the fact that you're not having to add modifiers and you're just rolling and okay, this is what's going, this is what's happening. Now let's push on to the story, and that's kind of my jam with RPGs. I like really story driven RPGs rather than real crunchy RPGs, and that's where this one kind of fits right in that sweet spot.
Basically, we wanted to make clear that if you're good at one thing, you're good. So if Salty is good at shooting arrows, it's just good. So it's going to succeed automatically a lot of times. You know what I mean? It's just like, you don't see Legolas trying to shoot orcs down. You just do it, So we wanted to make, which is not that realistic, but I mean, the quickness of the combat is more affordable in terms of playing time.
Yeah,
you can concentrate on the mysteries behind the whole setting, etc.
Yeah, nice. I think that this is a good RPG for folks that kind of want that middle of the road, something that's not super simple, but something that's not, I don't want to name names, but like a really crunchy RPG that you have to sit down and do. Tons of math and try to figure out. Cool. Well, I think that's on that note. I think we're probably going to just wrap it up, and I'm going to thank everybody for coming on. I want to, of course, I'll thank Michael while we're because he had to take off because we have life that happens and that's fine. We all have lives outside of doing this, and we have work, and we've got friends, and we've got families, and all this other stuff that we've got to take care of. So anytime that somebody comes on, I really, really appreciate it. And so I thank Michael a lot for taking the time out of his morning to do this before he had errands to do. Ben, thanks for coming on and making your VCG debut. No, it's not your debut. You've been on before, haven't you?
Yeah, I did your podcast.
That's right.
Came up, and we made fools of ourselves then.
That was
we did it again here, so I'm keeping that trend going.
And I hear you're up for more of that. These shenanigans.
Absolutely, yeah. It's been great.
Well, I'll definitely keep that in mind.
Yeah, and just want to say, just playing it here, it's been a lot of fun. And I actually just brought up my Kickstarter page, and I backed as well because this is really cool. So, looking forward to seeing the full game and playing some more.
I will tell you, Ben, you're not required to wear the hat every time. As much, I mean, I know that I appreciate the fact that you do. You don't feel you have to wear it all the time. I'm just saying.
All right. I like to support these content creators. So
I appreciate
Kickstarters.
I don't want people to think that that's a requirement to come on my show, is that they have to wear the VCG apparel.
Well, that's fair.
Although I do have a VCG web store. If anybody would like some apparel, go to cleverclouddesigns.com/VCG.
Yeah.
Max, thank you so much for coming on and doing the session again. I really hope that you've got a little less than 2 days left on your Kickstarter campaign. I really hope that it kind of picks up even more for you. if you haven't backed Shattered Tower, you probably just go and back it and get a copy and try it out, because it's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait to see this finished book, because the illustrations that you have so far are just beautiful, and you've got some great talent on this project. So I can't wait to see it in print.
Yeah.
Max, where can folks find you online if they would like to follow Shattered Tower or in your group?
Yeah, no, of course we got a Facebook page where we are pretty active. We post there, even though Facebook is kind of dying for pages.
Sure.
But I mean, Instagram is taking over Facebook probably, but still we're there, and you just got to type down Shattered Tower and you can find us. And on Instagram we're Shattered Tower RPG, and then on YouTube Shattered Tower, and on Kickstarter right now for the next 2 days, and probably even after that with a late pledge situation with Baker Kid on Kickstarter. Shattered Tower, even there, so it's just Shattered Tower. It's pretty easy. It's so uncommon as a name, so that we're pretty pretty easy to find us if you remember how the game is called. And no, I want to thank you very much for this second occasion to present the game and present the mechanics and all of it. And I want to thank you for all the suggestions that you gave me during the last days, and for basically supporting my complainings about this.
No. It's I've never run a Kickstarter campaign. I don't know. I'm not the authority on that area, but I can just imagine the stress and
it's a bit of the
self-doubt and am I doing something wrong? Why, yes, we're having such. You get like 5 backers, and you're like, yes, and then you get that one person that maybe either downgrades their pledge, or maybe someone goes, they had something come up, and maybe it's gotta be intense. So I totally get that, and I'm glad that we've been. I'm glad that we've gotten to know each other and created this friendship over these last few days, and I when you're ready for that campaign, that Shattered Tower campaign book, you come and talk to me, and we'll be glad to feature it again on the show.
Yeah, that would be cool. And by the way, we're probably gonna put out a quick start file for every baker after the game is finished. So we wanted to have it ready for you guys today, but as I told you, life kind of gets in the way.
Absolutely.
And every time you try to do something has happened, and you delay with your program and schedule and everything. And I'm sorry for the linguistic issues I've had today, but that was basically why I didn't want to do it live and maybe have you like post-production, getting some post-production, but just do it, whatever it is.
Max, you did fine. It was awesome, and you would have done much better than I would have been able to attempt. So I really appreciate you coming on and doing this.
Thank you very much,
Ben. Where can folks find you online?
So the store I manage, Quarterstaff Games, it's quarterstaffgames.com. On Facebook and Twitter, we're QStaffVT. And for me personally, I am at Flop Cardboard on Twitter, Instagram, and I don't have like a public-facing Facebook page. I just have my private one. But yeah, find me on Instagram and Facebook at Flop Cardboard, and we'll talk some games and probably some craft beers too.
Awesome. All right, folks, that's going to do it for us today. Go back Shattered Tower while you can. If you can blade back, get on that train as well, and just support Shattered Tower, because it's a great game, and I'm excited to see what they can do. That's going to do it for me. This has been Victory Condition Gaming, because winning shouldn't be the only victory condition when you get to the table. We'll see you next time.